Hello folks, day 12, World Cup, 14 goals today, another amazing day for soccer fans. We had 4 tough matches today. We started off with Spain playing Australia. Both teams already going back, and a good presentation from Spain. Defeated the Aussies by 3-0, showing the good soccer that they always had. You know, we're going to miss this generation. Had lots of great players like Iniesta, that once again was a great player. You know, Spain is already trying some renewal on the team. It's time to make changes. You know, actually Busquets used Pepe Reina instead of Casillas, with Cazorla and Coca, showing that the decision now, the time is time for a change. But they win the match with 3 goals. First goal scored by David Villa. Kind of made me wonder why David Villa was not used in this World Cup. It's a great player. He scored a beautiful goal in the first half, and Spain partially win the first half with 1-0. In the second half, they came back with Fernando Torres scoring the second goal, and by the end, Juan Mata, minute 37, scored the third and final goal for the victory of Spain 3-0. A sad goodbye for Australia that really presented a very, very interesting way of playing soccer. They didn't use Marc Bresciano today. Bresciano sat on the bench. You know, like the coach knows that this guy's not coming back next World Cup. Try to use newer players that may come back for the next World Cup. And Bresciano is going to be missed. And he's a great player. Played really a good cup. But, you know, it was not enough for 3-0. Victory of Spain. Both teams are saying goodbye. The next match between Chile and Holland, a great match. Both teams are playing very, very good soccer. Chile needed to win not to face Brazil in the next round. They knew about that. Holland too, so it was a very tough match. Chile played better the first half, in my opinion. They're a little better. Robben always causing turmoil when he attacked from the Dutch side. Alex Sanchez and Vidal playing very well soccer, and this guy Gutierrez also played tremendously in this match first half. Second half came back, both teams with the same kind of strategy, same kind of approach, searching for the goal, trying to score goals. Both teams play really well, really tough soccer. I think Lens and maybe Blind could have gotten a red card. They were playing very aggressive, very violent. Blind definitely should have gotten a red card. He got a yellow card. I think it was not enough. And, you know, have to remember that Vern Pierce could not play. He sat on the bench, letting Robben do everything by himself. And Robben played phenomenal soccer once again. Holland scored the first goal, minute 31st. Faye jumping high and scoring the goals, heading the ball between the 2 defenders of Chile, scoring first goal, 1-0. Chile put Valdivia. They really tried to make changes. They really tried to score goals, but they couldn't make a hole in the Dutch block. They were able to handle the Chilean players, and they scored a second goal in the minute 47, at the very end of the match. Throughout Depay actually was a very impressive run by 36-year-old Robben. Really made a great cross, and the Dutch won the match 2-0. They're not going to play Brazil. They avoid Brazil. They're going to play Mexico in the second round, and the Chileans are going to play Brazil, who played against Cameroon in a tough match. You know, Brazil started off very well, playing very well with Neymar to the right side, helped with Marcel and Hulk. The Brazil scored the first goal. Neymar was being persecuted by the Cameroonians defender. They actually started off playing pretty well. Right after the Brazilian goal, Brazil kind of shut off for the match. Cameroon, you know, gave space to Cameroon. They tied the match in a very good play. Mitop ended up tying the match, and Brazil seemed to, you know, go down to the toilets during the match. You know, they almost scored a second goal. Cameroon was putting Brazil in dangers, where Neymar came back and scored a second goal after a phenomenal individual play. Brazil winning 2-1. Second half, Cameroon came very tired. Brazil took advantage. Fred scored the third goal, and Fernandinho finalized the match for Brazil. 4-1. Was a clear victory, but Brazil didn't play well. It didn't like a lot of Brazilian players. I think it's time for Filipão to think about it, making some change. Like, for example, Dani Alves. You know, I think this guy should be replaced by Maicon in the midfield. You know, lots of things that are not helping. Oscar has not played as well as he played in the first match against Croatia when he played really well. He did not repeat it. His performance, you know, things have to change against, you know, within Brazil's squad, and I don't see a bench that is capable to step in and make things happen. You got players like William, you got players like Ramirez, and these guys are stepping in, and they're not doing much for the Brazilian squad. Brazil's going to have to play much better in order to defeat Chile. Chile is playing actually better football than Brazil is. Another match, Holland and Mexico. I think Mexico is doing quite well. Mexico defeated Croatia by 3-1. The Croats came to the match trying to win in the first half, played really well with Olic, Peric, Sarna, and these guys played quite well soccer. Modric and Rakitic too. But actually the toughest play of the first half was Peralta. They hit the post, almost scoring the goal for the Mexico. The teams came back for the second half, and as we had predicted, the Croatians, are older. They got a little tired, and Mexico started taking advantage of that. Started playing better soccer. Guardado playing phenomenal soccer, one of the best performances ever by a Mexican player. And Mexico, scored a goal through Rafa Marquez. He's a symbol of Mexican soccer, a very tough guy, aging player too, that played phenomenal soccer. Could have gotten a red card. He was playing really tough today. He got a yellow card. He could have gotten a red card. Mexico scored a second goal with Guardado. Congratulations for this players playing phenomenal soccer, minute 29. And then after that, Chicharito had just stepped on the field, scored a third and final goal for Mexico. And in the end, minute 41, Ochoa, this great goalkeeper, Mexican goalkeeper, suffered his first goal. Peric scored for Croatians. I think it was like a goodbye for Croatians. They deserved the goal. They played well in the first half, and they played well in the whole World Cup, giving a lot of work for Brazil, playing very outstanding match against Cameroon, and giving a good performance in the first half against Mexico. Mexico will play the Holland. It's going to be a tough battle. I would say the Dutch team is playing better. Mexico is going to be a handful for the Dutch. Tomorrow, day 13, we'll come back with another stories, another soccer stories. I'll see you next time.